Have you ever felt like your brain is doing cartwheels over absolutely nothing? Like you're trying to make a sandwich, but your mind is like, what if you get food poisoning? What if your boss hates you? What if gravity just stops working? Welcome to the wonderful world of anxiety, where even the most mundane activities can feel like high-stakes bomb defusal missions. Anxiety in all its jittery glory is something almost everyone experiences. But while a little bit of it might help you nail that presentation or avoid being eaten by bears, okay, not super common today, constant, gnawing, paralyzing anxiety is a different beast. It can hold you back, sap your energy, and make life feel like a constant uphill battle in flip-flops during a hailstorm. Now, you might be thinking, great, thanks for reminding me I'm a stress ball in human form. But don't worry, this isn't just a reminder. This is the beginning of a journey. Because here's the thing, anxiety isn't some evil entity haunting your life. It's your brain trying to help, but doing it like a toddler with a hammer. Overcoming anxiety isn't about becoming some emotionless Zen monk who never blinks. It's about learning to work with your brain, not against it. The first truth about anxiety is that it often thrives in the dark. Not the spooky horror movie kind of dark. The kind of dark where thoughts go unspoken, feelings go unexplored, and problems get buried under busyness. When you shine a light on your anxiety, when you acknowledge it, name it, and get curious about it, something amazing happens. It starts to lose its power, like a shadow shrinking at sunrise. It can start with something as simple as saying, hey, I'm feeling anxious right now. That sounds ridiculously basic, right? But it's actually revolutionary. Naming your anxiety creates distance. It shifts you from being in anxiety to observing it. Instead of, I am anxious, you go, I'm experiencing anxiety. Tiny shift, big impact. But let's be real. Just acknowledging anxiety doesn't magically make it disappear. If only, we'd all just shout, anxiety, like we're casting a spell in Harry Potter, and poof, inner peace. Alas, it takes a bit more. So the next step is understanding what your anxiety is trying to tell you. Think of it like a very dramatic messenger pigeon. It's flapping around your head not because it wants to ruin your day, but because it has something to say. Sometimes anxiety is rooted in fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown. Sometimes it's trying to keep you safe from embarrassment or loss. The problem is, it doesn't always communicate clearly. It's more like, oh no, everything is terrible, instead of, hey, maybe double check that email before you send it. This is where mindfulness sneaks in, wearing yoga pants and holding a green smoothie. But hear me out. You don't have to sit cross-legged in a forest to be mindful. Mindfulness is just the practice of paying attention, on purpose, in the present moment, without yelling at yourself. It's pausing to notice what's going on inside your head, your body, and the world around you. When anxiety hits, pause. Ask yourself, what's happening right now? What am I feeling? What am I thinking? Notice your breathing. Spoiler alert. You're probably holding your breath like you're about to dive into a shark tank. Let it out, slowly. Try breathing in for 4 counts, holding for 4, and out for 4. It's like resetting your nervous system with the world's simplest remote control. Another thing anxiety absolutely loathes, clarity. When your thoughts are spinning faster than a hamster on espresso, writing them down helps. Grab a notebook or the back of an old receipt and brain dump. Don't edit, don't judge, just write. Seeing your thoughts on paper makes them less monstrous. It's the psychological equivalent of turning on the lights after hearing a scary noise and realizing it was just the cat knocking over a lamp. Again. And then there's the big one, self-compassion. I know. It sounds like something you'd find on a pastel Pinterest board with inspirational quotes, but it's actually the secret weapon against anxiety. Most of us talk to ourselves like a mean gym coach. Get over it. Stop being weak. Pull yourself together. Newsflash. Bullying yourself doesn't build resilience. It builds fear. Try this. The next time you're anxious, talk to yourself like you would a friend. Not your snarky friend who roasts you for fun, but your actual supportive, I've got you friend. Say things like, this is hard, but I'm doing my best. Or, it's okay to feel this way right now. It might feel cheesy at first, but you're literally rewiring your brain to be less reactive and more resilient. Also, let's bust a myth real quick. Anxiety does not mean you're broken. It means you're human. Congratulations, you have a fully functioning nervous system. It might be a little overenthusiastic, like a dog that barks at leaves, but it's just trying to do its job. Now, because your brain loves predictability, routines help. Having a few go-to practices can make you feel less like you're being yanked around by invisible forces. That might be daily walks, journaling, meditation, dancing like a maniac to 80s music, or talking to someone who doesn't think your inner spirals are weird. Regularly doing things that ground you can turn anxiety from a monster into more of a mildly annoying coworker. And let's talk about humor. Yes, laughter. Anxiety hates laughter. It's hard to spiral when you're laughing at a meme about cats running for president or remembering that time you confidently walked into a glass door. Finding humor in your own anxiety doesn't mean you're not taking it seriously. It means you're taking back some control. You're saying, hey brain, I see your doom scenarios and raise you a joke. But here's the catch. Overcoming anxiety isn't about eliminating it forever. That would be like trying to eliminate humidity or your uncle's weird political rants at Thanksgiving. Anxiety is part of life. The goal is to build a relationship with it where it doesn't run the show. There will be days when it sneaks back in, when your heart races, your thoughts spiral, and you forget everything you just learned. That's okay. Really. Healing isn't a straight line. It's more like a scribble drawn by a caffeinated toddler. But each time you face your anxiety with curiosity, kindness, and courage, you're building emotional strength. And if you ever feel overwhelmed, reach out. No one climbs out of the anxiety hole alone. Whether it's a friend, a therapist, or a support group, talking helps. There's power in shared stories, in realizing you're not alone, in laughing at the absurdity of being human together. So yes, anxiety is real. It can be scary, exhausting, and just plain irritating. But it's also something you can learn to understand, to navigate, and even grow from. You're not weak for feeling anxious. You're brave for facing it. And you don't have to do it perfectly, you just have to keep going. Remember, your brain might be a bit of a drama queen, but you're the director of this show. Anxiety gets a seat, but it doesn't get the microphone. Take a breath. Laugh when you can. Be kind to yourself. You've got this. And if gravity does stop working, well, at least you won't be alone in the chaos.